Dying Light 2 Stay Human. Just not that fun. I loved the original Dying Light. Obviously I had my issues with it and I hope they would be addressed here. In a lot of ways things have gotten worse. This is an open world first person zombie game that took me about 20 hours to complete and can be played with up to 4 players co-op. You're a night runner. You're infected early on in the game, which adds a layer of tenseness to the game, which I loved. There's a timer when you're in buildings or running around at night that you have to keep filled with UV lights or the sun so you don't turn into a zombie. This mechanic was never annoying. In fact, I never ran out of time, but I appreciate the level of immersion here. Because sadly this mechanic is where the immersion ends. Like the original Dying Light, the world here just doesn't feel lived in. It's a messy zombie playground, but even more lifeless than last time. A generic game world feel, rather than again feeling like a world that used to be brimming with life. I did love exploring the buildings during the main story missions, but nothing ever enticed me to seek things out on my own. No addictive hook when it came to loot, as every weapon breaks. There's nothing cool to find in this world, so why bother? Why not just stick to this super boring story? Which is what I did. One thing Dying Light 2 improved on is the flow of the parkour. It still needs work, it's still frustrating at times, but it smiles better than the original. And the combat is great too. I loved getting into fights with my modded weapons. However, the enemies this time around feel kind of brainless and just in the way rather than a threat like the past game. And my biggest complaint? I absolutely hated the second half of the game. Running around in Dying Light 2 just isn't fun. It's not. I feel like I'm the only person who feels this way, and I have no idea how. I died more times trying to get from point A to point B than I did the enemies once I finally got to the mission. I would love a more Mirror's Edge / modern Assassin's Creed style system in the future because I dreaded having to run through the city in the second half. I didn't mind the first half of the game where buildings were low and close to an old school Assassin's Creed game, but the larger city, awful. Overall, Dying Light 2 is a fine game. It's good, the combat is great, but the loot system is a disappointment, and the story is just bad. It is. I was not invested in the world at all. You'll have fun going through the campaign. It's just a shame nothing in the world entices you to explore or to care. I give Dying Light 2 Stay Human a 7 out of 10. If you played Dying Light 2 Stay Human, tell me what you thought about it down in the comment section below. If you haven't played it, tell me if you plan on picking it up, thumbs up. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at Superkengaming. Thanks for watching, and of course, stay beautiful. You thought that video was good? Ha! You should probably watch this video. The very video that's on your screen right now that YouTube hand selected for you out of all my thousands of videos. This is the one that I want you to watch next. And make sure you're subscribed because I'm not a genie or anything, but I'm pretty sure you get 42 years of bad luck if you made it this far into my video and you're not subscribed. You don't have to subscribe. I'm just looking out for you. I'm just looking out for your luck and your life.